This is Galaxy of Terror. On our 31 spooky movies of Halloween. Why is he dressed like the Cat in the Hat? None of your business. Yes, Galaxy of Terror. A movie that proves that you don't need money or acting or talent to make a film. You just need Roger Corman, a fog machine, and a dream. Now, before I start roasting this thing like a marshmallow at a satanic campfire, let's get the formalities out of the way. Galaxy of Terror was directed by Bruce D. Clark, produced by Roger Corman, yes, that Roger Corman, rest in peace, good sir, patron saint of good enough. It stars Edward Albert, Aaron Moran from Happy Days, Ray Walston, that's right, Boothby from Star Trek and my favorite Martian and some other stuff, Sid Haig, hey, I know that guy, and a very young Robert Englund before he started invading people's dreams. Also, Taffy O'Connell, who we'll talk about later, unfortunately. So, here's the spoiler-free plot. A ship called the Quest gets sent to a planet called Morgantus because if you're gonna name a planet, you might as well make it sound like it's already cursed. They're looking for another ship that went missing, and when they land, they find this big alien pyramid full of glowy walls, Hanna-Barbera wet noise sound effects, and the kind of interior design that screams H.R. Geiger's way less talented cousin. The crew goes exploring, and then their deepest fears just kind of come to life, and one by one they get killed in increasingly weird and gooey ways. Basically, it's Alien, if Alien was written by a group of people who had actually never seen Alien, but heard about it once before from a drunk guy at a bar. So the acting, or as I like to call it, dramatic readings from space. Edward Albert tries his best at the captain, but man, this poor guy spends most of the movie looking like he is regretting every career decision that brought him here. Erin Moran, Joni from Happy Days, oh bless her heart. She plays a space technician, and she looks like she's one bad take away from calling her agent and saying, "Get me out of this fog machine nightmare." Did I call her a space technician? She was not a space technician. She was a space psychic. How did I get space technician and space psychic mixed up? That's what this movie's done to me. It has turned my brain into oatmeal. And then there's Kaz. Oh God, Kaz. He's played by an actor named Jack Blessing, and I guess this guy apparently thought that his entire character direction was scream loudly at every single thing that makes a noise anywhere around you. And I'm not talking a manly scream. I'm talking a scream. Every time this guy opened his mouth, I imagine the sound guy was just quietly turning the volume down to save the microphones from spontaneous combustion. He yells everything like his only direction from the director was louder. But even though the acting ranges from soap opera to public access hostage video, I'm just gonna say it, the movie has some interesting stuff going on. The set design, for instance, it's weirdly impressive for something that was probably built out of leftover props from 3 other Roger Corman movies, and a broken washing machine, and like $4.32. Here's a fun fact for you, by the way. James Cameron worked on this movie as a production designer and second unit director. You can actually see flashes of the guy he would become later. Most people don't believe me, but you can. You just gotta watch really closely. I know telling you to watch Galaxy of Terror really closely is a big ask, but do it. But anyway, yeah, it's in the lighting, it's in the camera angles. It's like a little baby aliens tried to crawl out of a dumpster. Let's talk about the gore. Because Galaxy of Terror does not hold back. Oh no. It's like the special effects department got paid in ketchup and refused to waste a drop of it. People explode, melt, burn, they get impaled. It's a buffet of the cheesiest and most entertaining 1980s practical effects you have ever seen. You could freeze frame any death scene and it looks like the cover of a Judas Priest album. However, and this is where the record scratch happens, there is one scene that is not okay. And if you've seen this movie, you know exactly which one I'm talking about. The giant worm scene. I'm not going to describe it, but it's gross. It's unnecessary, and it's the cinematic equivalent of your uncle making an inappropriate racist joke at Thanksgiving. It doesn't move the plot forward. It doesn't add to the horror. And all it does is just make you wish for the sweet release of the end credits. Basically, it was just an excuse to do nudity. And in the grossest way possible. If I could edit it out of the film myself, I would, because I don't know what it was doing there, other than just like, oh, hey, let's put some boobies in the movie. But let's move on. I've made my opinion on that scene quite evident. The action scenes. I have no idea why there are so many flips in this movie, like actual gymnastic flips. People are getting attacked by nightmare monsters, and instead of running, they're doing back handsprings like someone spliced in scenes from a 1980s aerobics tape. One guy, I think, actually died doing the somersault, and I'm not sure if it was actually in the script or if he just tripped. Poor guy. But here's the thing. Underneath all the ridiculousness, there's something kind of fascinating about Galaxy of Terror. This movie actually does have an interesting premise. The idea that everyone's greatest fear can kill them. Appropriate that Robert Englund was in this movie before he was Freddy Krueger. It's not bad, not counting that one scene, but it's solid. Almost a philosophical concept. It's just buried under layers of fog, sweat, and acting so wooden you could build a deck out of it. And I have to give credit where it is due. The atmosphere works. For all its jank and nonsense and grottiness, this movie feels oppressive. There's a genuine sense of dread, like everyone is marching towards their doom, and they know it. It's just occasionally interrupted by dialogue like, "We must go deeper into the pyramid," followed by a guy cartwheeling off into the darkness. And then we get to the ending, and without spoiling it, let's just say it does go full philosophy major who just discovered psychedelics on us. It's trying so hard to be deep, and I admire the effort, but by that point I was just nodding like, sure, whatever you say, Space Buddha. So final thoughts. Galaxy of Terror is a mess. A gooey, foggy, sweat-stained mess. The acting is bad, the writing is worse, and the set probably smelled like rubber cement and tears. But there's also this raw creativity to it. You can tell the filmmakers wanted to make something meaningful, and they just didn't have the time, the money, the talent, or the functioning sense of restraint to pull it off. It's kind of sad that the thing that this movie is most remembered for is the worm scene. As it should be, because that was gross and it was unnecessary. But there was other stuff. It's not a good movie, but it's an interesting movie, and honestly, I will gladly take interesting over boring any day. This is one of those films that you can watch it with a few friends, a few libations, and a running commentary of, the hell is that thing? So I'm giving Galaxy of Terror a somewhat solid recommendation here. It's admirable for its vision, laughable for its execution, and completely ruined by that stupid worm scene. They should have burned that negative when they had the chance. It's weird. It's sleazy. It's like My Last Date. And it's space horror comfort food for the kind of people who think that Event Horizon was too restrained. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go take a shower and make sure there aren't any giant worms hiding in my shampoo bottle. Ew. And that's why Galaxy of Terror should be on your list of 31 spooky movies of Halloween. Oh, look everyone, Battlecat came to say hello. Hey Battlecat, what do you got to say to all the people out there? You should join my daddy's Patreon, or I will kill you all. Okay, that's enough of that. Yes, please join my Patreon or she will kill you all. I'm just kidding. But you should, maybe join it anyway, just in case. It's down there. The link is down there. $5 a month. That's all you need. Oh, this beanie's hot. $5 a month. That's all it takes for you to be safe from the wrath of the mighty Battlecat. And of course, like, share, subscribe, give Battlecat a tribute, pray for mercy from Battlecat, and all hail Battlecat. Battlecat controls the giant space worm, not the one from Dune.